Hey chaps, welcome back to video 2 of 3 of CV for London. This is going to be entitled International Don'ts, so let's get going. If you're applying for a job, get rid of the ES or the IT and change it to a .com or a .co.uk, reason being that they are UK recognised. Right, next thing is if you've got your date of birth and gender here, remove that. UK employers aren't allowed to discriminate based upon your age nor your sex. Dates, you don't need to say November, you can just say Nov, and Des for December. You can abbreviate these. Next thing, instead of barista, use the word bartender or the relevant English word. Point being, always use words that are English. Refrain from as much as you can using international words. Let's keep going. Avenida Soledad Vega Ortiz. Now, I don't know where in Spain that is. So the best thing to do, for example, in the instance that it's in Barcelona, then literally all you need to do is put FM Cafe Barcelona. Make it as simple as you can for the person that's looking at it. So let's keep going. Student teacher. These words clearly contradict each other. So the better thing to do is to put teaching assistant, if that indeed is the job title that you had, or the job that the title that best describes the job that you did there. The other part didn't make sense. Let's keep going. Now, as you can see here, there's actually 3 bullet points here, and here we've got 4. Now, of course, that one implies a difference in the standard or the depth of the work that you did, but it also shows inconsistency on your part. If you're going to use 3 bullet points to begin with, always stick with 3 bullet points. It looks cleaner and it makes for a more consistent CV. So you're also using the words to facilitate, to collaborate, to inform, to facilitate, to. Too much repetition here, along with to facilitate and to facilitate. It's not really dynamic or varied text, and it gets very repetitive to read, and that reflects upon you as an applicant. So let's keep going. Inditex. Now, don't put that in because I don't know what that means. I've heard of the shop Zara, so just stick with Zara and refrain from using words that, whilst they may only have a Spanish word for them, if we don't know what they are, there's no point putting them in. Caceres, if that's how you pronounce it. Now again, here's an example of a city that I've not heard of. Now, if it's, for example, 90 kilometers from Spain, from Barcelona, then put that in, because that gives me a real important reference point. And of course, you don't need to put Spain again because we already know that it's Spain. So 90 kilometers from Barcelona would be much preferred here. Let's keep going. Specialized in foreign language. So is it foreign language or foreign languages? Is it singular or plural? Because language on its own implies that you learn one language, and it should be in a foreign language. If it's plural, more than one, then it'd be foreign languages. Now, you've not done either here, so it's just wrong in several ways. Of course, given the CV's in English, the implication here is that English is the language you specialize in, but you've made a mistake when describing that you specialize in English, so you can see on how many levels that would be an issue. Formation of the professorship. Formation describes an attacking movement in the UK. That's how we understand it, like a battle formation, or typically, most commonly rather, a football formation. So consider exchanging the word formation with qualification or attainment, but basically referring to actually completing the qualification, completing the course, which would be attainment, qualification, result, or gained professorship, because that is something that we're more used to seeing here. So next thing, if we keep going, personal qualities. Try not to use lists like this. Everyone's expected to be hardworking and a team player, as well as extremely motivated. Extremely motivated, increased skill base doesn't make sense in English. Let's keep going. There's more issues with this, but we'll move on. Spanish, Castilian, they're both languages of Spain. Stick with just the national language. And if you want to find out more, then you can get your international don'ts part 2 as part of the package that I do offer. So go to the contact us page and have a look at that. Thanks, guys.